Deep in the southernmost reaches of our planet lies a land that time forgot, a country that stands alone, a haven of lush fields and forests, punctuated by soaring mountains and ringed by golden sand beaches and fierce rocky coastlines. This is Aotearoa, New Zealand. Shouldering the Tasman Sea to the west and the Pacific Ocean to its east, this land's dramatic isolation has blessed it with many unique resources and remarkable specimens of flora and fauna. Standing most powerful among them all is the king of the forest, the mighty kauri tree. Rising to stand proudly at up to 70 metres in height, and with a diameter of up to 9 metres, these huge native trees live in forests that have been part of this pristine environment for tens of thousands of years. To witness a large kauri tree in the forest is a moment that many who encounter its magnificence will remember for the rest of their lives. Part of the allure of this most special tree is the beauty of its timber. Long prized by craftsmen for its appearance, strength, and ability to be worked into a myriad of forms, kauri is highly regarded the world over by those with an eye for the spectacular. With large trees often living for over 2,000 years, this remarkable wood has endured countless seasons and challenges, further adding to the sense of timelessness that this unique resource embodies. But even the mighty kauri doesn't live forever, and when they fall, they become keenly prized for the remarkable timber they yield. Kauri was heavily forested in New Zealand in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Hardy men risked their lives to fell these massive trees and harvest their timber at often remote sawmilling plants. Many thousands of trees were processed to become building materials, boat hulls, furniture and artworks in the early days of colonial New Zealand. After many years of settler exploitation, it was realised that these majestic kauri forests were quickly being depleted, and these massive trees needed safeguarding and preservation for future generations to appreciate. Now enjoying strict protection status, kauri is no longer permitted to be felled. Now, the only way to create new products and artworks from kauri is to use timber from trees that have already fallen. This introduces us to the phenomenon known as swamp kauri. After generations standing high above the forest, natural events have sometimes conspired to drop these huge trees to the ground, where they may lie undiscovered for many thousands of years. Was it an earthquake, tsunami, or some tremendous storm that brought these towering trees to the forest floor? We may never know. But what we can be sure of is that although these trees may have fallen over 50,000 years ago, a unique combination of factors means they have lain remarkably preserved for us to enjoy today. Falling into moist swamps, submerged and starved of oxygen which might otherwise promote decay, the kauri trees were also protected by peat-rich soil conditions and the sap within their trunks. This complex cocktail of ground conditions and natural kauri attributes has safeguarded the trees from deterioration, meaning that even now, in the 21st century, we can marvel at their magnificence, witnessing cones and leaves preserved as if these kings of the forest had fallen just yesterday, rather than the truth that they have been lying silent countless generations. Locating and recovering the massive kauri logs lying beneath the earth needs specialist knowledge and equipment. Though the logs themselves may weigh up to 150 tons, finding them in their underground tombs requires an intimate understanding of the surrounding land and its evolution over the years. Often, man has deforested and drained the swamps into which the kauri trees fell. Subsequent years of agricultural activity from the now productive farmland has been undertaken, while just a few meters below the soil, these huge logs lie silent, waiting to see the light of day once more. Experts familiar with the location and excavation of swamp kauri carefully search out and plan the recovery of these enormous beasts. Sometimes roadways need to be built to difficult sites, and huge excavators are required to carefully reveal these gigantic slumbering trees. With some specimens weighing up to 150 tons, it's a delicate operation requiring careful manoeuvring and cautious exertion to secure these huge trees onto enormous trucks for road transport to the mill. Trees of such size and weight are not able to be processed through conventional sawmills. They are simply too large to fit on traditional cutting decks. The solution, developed by the ever-ingenious New Zealanders, is to deploy a portable milling rig that can be assembled around the log. Custom-built chainsaws up to 3 meters long are carefully pushed by hand to cut enormous slabs of this valuable timber. The pinpoint accuracy of this work means that each slice of a large kauri trunk can take 2 men up to a full day to cut. The largest slabs measure over 10 meters in length and over 2 meters in width. Once exposed to the light of day for the first time in perhaps many thousands of years, it is vital that this precious timber is carefully handled to preserve its golden luster and spectacular grain features. Precise sanding of the freshly cut slabs ensures a perfectly smooth finished surface, allowing oiling and any other timber finishes required by the customer to be applied, and further enhance the dramatic beauty of this precious native timber. Following inspection and authorisation for export by the appropriate New Zealand government agencies, these huge slabs are packed into sealed containers to begin their sea journey to Europe. To guarantee all operations proceed smoothly and that the slabs are handled with all the care and precision they require, these processes are overseen by renowned Italian furniture maker Riva 1920 Spa and their experienced New Zealand timber export partner, the Woodmine Limited. Upon arrival in Italy, Riva 1920 begin their carefully considered processes. It is understandable that when the timber has taken up to 50,000 years to reveal itself, that there can be no shortcuts taken in presenting it in all its glory. The sheer size of these kauri timber slabs allow Riva 1920's talented designers and architect partners to deliver clients dramatic pieces of furniture. Riva 1920 ensures that every product it produces is truly respectful of the thousands of years of evolution it has taken to bring this timber into the world's view. Now protected and displayed for all to see, the striking golden tones and complex grains of this most remarkable wood will forever impress everyone who looks upon the beauty that is Kauri, the king of the forest.